Welcome to BodyWork. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to BodyWorkBoxing. According to Boxing News 24, an article that says, will Devin Haney fight Shakur Stevenson after Lomachenko? Dated April the 10th, 2023 by Dan Ambrose. Shakur Stevenson has already begun ratcheting up the pressure on undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney to face him next if he's successful with his title defense against Vasily Lomachenko on May 20th. Will Haney, 29-0, 15 knockouts, choose to face Shakur, 20-0 with 10 knockouts, who now looks like a killer at 135? Or will he vacate his 4 belts and move up to 140 to safer, less shark-infested waters? Not sure which waters he's talking about at 140. Stevenson is Haney's mandatory with the WBC, now following his 6th-round technical knockout victory over Shushiro Yoshino last weekend in a title eliminator at Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Interestingly, Haney has been speechless since Shakur's victory last Saturday, making some boxing fans believe Devin wants no parts of that work. Usually, you can't keep Haney quiet for anything, but in this case, no one has heard a peep out of the Oakland, California native since Shakur Stevenson's 6th-round bludgeoning of previously unbeaten Yoshino, 16-1 with 12 knockouts. Is Haney in hiding now, knowing that the fans and the social media will put his feet to the fire, making him say the name and commit to fight against Stevenson? Will Devin Haney fight Shakur Stevenson? Devin Haney reached out to ESPN commentator Mark Kriegel via text and told him, I'm staying at 135 after I beat Vasily Lomachenko. That is a pay-per-view on May 20th. What does that mean to your future, Shakur Stevenson? Hey, come on. I've been waiting for this. A fight against Devin Haney for a long time. I swear to God, I've been waiting for that. Me and Devin have been in the ring with each other for years. I've always gotten the best of Devin. So come on, Osuna. All right, there it is. Shakur Stevenson wants Haney. It's safe to say that if Haney moves up to 140 without fighting Shakur, he will get raked over the coals by the fans and his popularity would take a dramatic dip. The only way Haney can escape abuse is if the winner of Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight faces him next. But that's a big if, considering that Gervonta is likely to be the one that emerges victorious against Ryan. His management isn't likely going to want to put him up and against Haney and watch him get outboxed. I don't know what they talking about Tank getting outboxed by Haney. Come on now. Stretching on that one. If Tank doesn't fight Haney, that will put Devin in a position where he'll have to fight Shakur next. So Mauricio Sulaimon says that it is Mando. Man, in between a rock and several hard places, man. What a conundrum for the young champ Devin Haney, man. What will he decide, man? We heard from Bill earlier, wanting people to make up polls. You know, they say everything but let's fight. That's their motto. But then Shakur say let's fight. He go in the boxing mouth, want to make up a poll asking if they should fight Shakur, the Shakur capping about the sparring. But they ran around. Remember, they ran around all that time capping about sparring, and us fans were just saying, hey man, we hear about all these spar wars, man. We know you the king of spar wars. We just want to see some of that extravagance when the big bright lights are on. And now, man, it's dark and hell is hot. Anyways, man, is Devin going to duck this smoke, man, or is he going to be that alpha that he's been barking around to be with all these people, from Gary Russell Jr. to Robert Easter to Mikey Garcia to AB? You know, this laundry list of names and all these people who quote-unquote been ducking Devin Haney because he called their name out. And I say this all the time. I give Devin his credit when he actually gets in there and he does his thing. I'll just point out the fact that he's always had the height, youth, and reach advantage over everybody he's faced, and he can't bust a grave. And like Tank said, he has no knuckles. But I give him credit for pulling out the victory. A lot of people throw around great and master. I don't, especially when it comes to Devin Haney. I think that he's an above average boxer. I don't really see anything special or great. That's just being honest, because his peers are able to pass tests that he's not, and he does a lot of clinching. I think his inside game is limited. However, I give him the credit when he actually gets the dub in the win column. I even pulled up stats about him on CompuBox in that jab, because that's the area in which he actually makes CompuBox. But I always say, if Devin wears all the weight as being the fighter all the time, what are we giving Bill credit for? Because right now it sounds like they're just a promoter. So you can't give him credit for being this businessman, I'm a boss, but then you got people saying, nope, Bob didn't want a fourth option on Shakur, and he didn't. So are you the boss or not? And we've always seen that these guys, they say everything but let's fight. Shakur say let's fight, then they say let's make a poll, like I said before. However, when you look at the track record of them actually being able to seal the deal, come to the finish line of some of these fighters, because he's always calling some big name, and he enjoys the privileges of actually calling those names, and his fans in the Boxing Mouth and all these other channels that are pro Devin Haney give them full and free reign and let them bask in all that clout of actually calling the name. But they never really crossed the finish line with any of these fights. Even when it came down to Lomachenko, Devin wanted more concessions from Loma, and he was acting like the super A side against Loma, and he acts like the B side against Shakur, but he acts like the A side against Tank. I'm just trying to, figure out where we're gonna put this goalpost so we can go ahead and kick this field goal and put some points on the board for doing the right thing. Because a lot of times doing the right thing is eluding us, especially when it comes to Devin Haney. Nothing against a father and a son. Nothing against a young man and his father chasing excellence. Nothing against them kicking against the pricks, being entrepreneurs, and being independent and carving their own route. Salute for all of that. My question is, when does it stop? When does the cap stop? When do we start putting down goalposts in cement so that we can kick field goals without moving goalposts? Because they never seal the deal on the big fights. They always act like the A side when they the B side, and they act like the B side when they the A side. So now they're waiting on Shakur to send something when Devin is supposed to be the A side. And now Sulaimon has made him the mandatory. What's gonna happen? I think Devin and them are in a rock and a hard place, in between a rock and a hard place. And just like I said, one of their biggest fanboy channels came out and said that they're gonna be looking for the winner of Josh Taylor and T.O. because he's the man, not Regis and all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, man, y'all always gonna be chasing the least of the least. Y'all don't want to pop no cherries. Y'all don't want to beat no undefeated fighters. You want to bask in the glory like Bud in all the past recognition and get knockout of the year against one of them dudes with that wild ass overhand left that he threw that you could see. Sports Science said that shit took 9 seconds to land. Land the deal, man. Get Shakur on the book. Stop running. Stop ducking. Stop hiding. Because by your definition, by the Devin Haney definition, that would be a duck of Shakur. Now he's the mandatory. So the ball is in the Haney court. Wish them much success against Lomachenko. I'm asking for a stoppage. That's the way I give him credit, because T.O. got no credit when he beat Lomachenko. And nobody even remembers Salido until you bring him up. They still act like Lomachenko is undefeated, just like they act like Canelo is undefeated. That's it. That's all on this one. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the subscriptions. Thanks for everybody who tunes in on a regular basis and chimes in with any kind of feedback here at BodyWorkBoxing, where we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.